Alright, let's start from a moment you probably recognize. You're watching something you've been waiting all week for, and halfway through, you realize you're not fully pulled in. Not because the content is bad, because the sound never quite arrives. That's the gap the Core 210 quietly closes. This setup is for the kind of person who cares about atmosphere. You want your living room to feel intentional, not like sound is just spilling out of the TV. You notice when audio feels thin, when voices don't feel grounded, when action scenes don't carry weight. You've reached the point where good enough doesn't cut it anymore. If this has already caught your attention, it's smart to check the current price and availability now. Systems like this tend to move once people hear them in real rooms, not showrooms. The upgrade moment usually sneaks up on you. You're tired of riding the volume, turning it up for dialogue, down for explosions. You realize your old setup never felt balanced, it just got louder. That's when you know you've outgrown it. Living with this changes how sound behaves in your space. Dialogue locks into the screen instead of drifting. Effects don't crash into each other, they layer. Bass shows up with authority, not rumble. You stop managing sound and start trusting it. You feel it during movie nights when overhead effects actually feel placed, not faked. You feel it when gaming and direction finally matters. You feel it during casual TV when everything sounds fuller without demanding attention. Even background music feels more deliberate. The performance doesn't try to impress you in the first 5 seconds. It earns confidence over time. And once you experience sound that's this controlled and spatial, simpler systems start to feel unfinished. Waiting feels harmless, but it's usually where regret starts. Stock changes. Prices shift. And suddenly the setup you finally decided on isn't as easy to get. If you're worried it might overwhelm your room, that concern disappears fast. Instead of dominating the space, it anchors it. The sound feels planted, like it belongs there. Here's the surprise benefit most people don't expect. You stop thinking about upgrading. When your audio finally feels complete, that restless itch to fix things fades away. There's a real sense of ownership pride here. Not loud pride, certainty. You know you chose something built with intention, not shortcuts. Voices stay clear and grounded, bass feels deep but controlled, effects feel layered, and spacious music fills the room naturally. Everything sounds more confident. It's not the cheapest route to better sound. Placement matters for best immersion. Eventually, the comparison loop breaks. You stop asking what's louder or cheaper and start choosing what actually makes your space feel finished. Don't let this turn into one of those upgrades you keep postponing. If you're ready for sound that finally matches the way you watch and play, this is the decision you make, and feel good about every single time you press play.